Okay, I think I got it. Let me know. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Am I am I here? It says it's streaming, so I think we're good. Usually Caleb is the one who is good at this stuff, and I usually let him do it. And yeah, so that's why I'm kind of a noob, but hopefully we'll get it going. Okay. Yes, we can see in here. Yay! Yay! I'm so proud of myself. Yay. Okay, hi guys. Hi guys. All right, so forgive me if there's any technical difficulties. I'm just gonna try my best and hopefully this works out. But yeah, I'm happy you guys are all here. And Caleb's at his softball tournament right now. He had one last night and then today. And so I was like, I didn't want to cancel the live stream. I didn't really want to do it tomorrow because I have a bridal shower to go to. So I was like, I'll just do it by myself. And then, yeah. So I hope that's okay. And we'll try to make this a good live stream, even without Caleb, even though he's usually the funnier one, but it's okay. All right, guys. So hello. We're gonna get right into it. This usually we just do like a questions and answers kind of thing. So I will go through any questions you guys have and I'll answer as many as I can and whatever I know like an answer to and can like properly convey in words and not sound totally crazy. And if I miss a question, could just be because it's like there's a lot to go through or I didn't see it or whatever, so you can always try asking it again. And hopefully we'll try to get through a bunch of them. And yeah, so usually these live streams are really fun. So have you ever been to one of ours before? Is this your first time? If you're a newbie to our live stream, let us know in the comments. So I see a lot of familiar faces, which always makes me really happy. I love that I'm starting to like get to know you guys through your comments and stuff. And so like when you are posting, I like generally we know who you are in a way, like know who you are. So that's really fun. I'll be 1 second. Here's Ellie girl. I thought I'd show you her because she's so cute. She's, yeah, just been lazing around all day. You should see like the places she cuddles with me. Like it's so cute, you guys. Every time she is in a cute cuddly position, my phone's like too far away to take a picture, and if I dare move, she'll get out of that space. So I have to be careful. But so cute. I'll let you go sleep in the sun though. Okay. Cam Marie said, you replied to my tweet yesterday. Yeah. If you don't know, we have a Twitter account. It's at Ayla and Caleb. And that's like, honestly, I never used Twitter before. This is our very first time using Twitter was with this account. And I didn't know anything about it. But it actually is a really good way to like communicate back and forth. Because like if you tweet us, we see it and then we can tweet back, and it's like a really good way to like communicate with you guys. And I'll usually like post on there, like for example this live stream was starting and I realized I didn't tell you guys in the vlog, so I just posted on there to let you guys know. So yeah, so follow us on there if you have a Twitter. I know not everybody does. Okay, we have some people who are saying it's their first time watching our live stream. That's exciting. Was this a good time for you? We like to try and like separate the times each time we do it and do it at a different time, because I know there's a lot of people in different time zones and stuff like that, so that way we can try and get everybody a chance to see one at least once. Chanel asked, does Caleb like Toronto Blue Jays? He does like the Blue Jays. Yeah, he does. Mhm. Sandra asks, how long will you be in Chicago when you guys go? We like have like a guess of how long we want to be there. I think around a week. We have to be there a few days before the transfer to do some testing and just like actually officially meet our doctor and stuff like that. And then after the transfer, we want to stay a few days too before we actually fly on the plane home. And like if a perfect world, I would like stay there for 2 weeks to like really give my body time, but that's kind of impossible. Like Caleb needs to get back to work, and we're staying with friends, and we don't want to impose on them for 2 weeks. That's a long time. Our friends are actually moving at the end of the July, so it's been kind of a crazy whirlwind of trying to like hope that the timing works out, and we don't know for sure yet. So we could be going after they move, but we're really, really hoping that it works out. Cecilia asks, how are you? Aw, that's such a nice question. I'm pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I was a little lazy this morning, which was nice. I've had a very, very busy week, so it was really good to like just hang out on the couch. Everybody's saying hi, Ellie. Aw, I wish she like actually knew how many people like love her out there. Like, you know what I mean? Because she's such a sweetie, and I love seeing you guys love on her. So Caleb right now is at a softball tournament with his like team, and they're doing it like all day. Like his first game was at 10, and it depends. It's like if you win one, you move on to the next, but if you lose, you might not. And so I don't know. We don't know when he'll be home exactly, but hopefully soon. Julianne says, I missed last live stream because I was at my cousin's wedding, so I'm glad I didn't miss this one. Oh, that's great. Although weddings are fun, so I don't blame you. Weddings, we go to like a couple every summer, it feels like. Caleb had a point where like his group of friends that he had like through high school and stuff, they were all like getting married. So he was like a groomsman in quite a few of the weddings, and it was just kind of like, which one of them was getting married this summer and which one. And so I think we've married off the last one. I think we'll see for now, at least. Yeah, everybody's saying that they love Ellie. I love it. Yes, I love her too. I wish you guys could meet her because she's even sweeter in person. Like she's just, oh, she's so sweet. Katie says, random question. Where did you get your floral cardigan as in some of your Instagram pictures? I commented on one of your pictures. It's so cute. So I've had that one for a little while. I think I got it from like, I don't even know if this is an American store or not, but it's called Ardene's, and it's like this cheap, honestly, it's a store that most like teenagers and stuff go to, but I saw it when I passed by and I was like, I love flowers and wanted a floral kimono, so I was like, I had to get it. But yeah, I think Ardene's, but I'll type it in the chat so you can see. Ardene's. Yeah. But yeah, it is cute. It's perfect. And I need more of them. I swear, once you find something you like for example, I've been looking for like a peplum top, like where it like does that little frill out at the bottom. And I've been looking, they used to be so popular, I swear a year ago or maybe more. And now I can't find any that I like anywhere. And it's been a real like disappointment because I really want to get one, and I haven't been able to find any. So if you know of any stores that have them, let me know. Twitter is great. Took me ages to get my head around it, though. Yes, it's pretty fun to like follow people that you like look up to or that you're interested in knowing stuff about. So it is a good way to keep up to date with stuff. Chloe asks, when will you know the date for the embryo transfer? Okay, so that's a tough question. Our donor family is going to an appointment on Monday, and that's just like an appointment that is needed to happen. And then from there, I think that's when the clinic will start actually scheduling it. And so we're going to like suggest the day that we want, and hopefully we can get around like a week around in there. But yeah, so I will know more come Monday, and I'm hoping that we can like actually get this going, because it's been kind of hard to plan and like try to figure out, because the other thing is like we'll still need to book flights and all that sort of stuff. So it will be nice to have a little bit of notice and try to like fit it in and stuff. And also there's obviously meds that I'm gonna have to start taking to prepare for the transfer. So like we have to factor that in, that I need some time to get my body ready before we even go. So hopefully we'll see soon. Erica asks, has Caleb always been on board with being as public with your infertility issues? He actually has, yeah. We're both very similar. We're both at the same level when it comes to like what we want to share, and we've never really had a disagreement on what we think we should and what we shouldn't. We're usually pretty on board with that, and he's been great. He's I don't know, he's not like embarrassed about it or anything like that, like you might imagine. And the more we've done it, the more comfortable it has been. It's honestly just second nature to us now. We don't even really get nervous to like talk to you guys about anything or anything like that. It's just kind of like how we go about our life now. It's just a part of life. Are you going to do a meetup, I think is what she means. We would love to. That would be amazing. I think when we go to Chicago, we hope to try and do something like that, maybe at a coffee shop or something. I don't know if there's like a ton of you guys that are in Chicago, but if there are, then even if there's like 2, I would still be on cloud 9 to meet you. And in our area, like in Calgary, we're thinking of doing a meetup soon in this summer, maybe at a park, so we can just like all chat and stuff. But the issue is that we're not in like the place in our life where we're able to travel a lot yet. But if that point comes, every time we would go to a new place, I think we would like offer up the chance of a meetup. Like maybe say on Twitter, like, hey guys, we're here. Do you want to come meet up here if you're available? And that sort of thing. Because that is like my dream would be to like be able to meet some of you guys. It would just be so much fun. My first time being recognized, and it's still my only time though, but at a Starbucks, I was going to meet my sister at Starbucks, and somebody came up to me and said like, oh, are you Ayla? And I almost like died. I was like, this is so exciting. It was the coolest moment, and like to get to like talk to her and to get to like just like see like a face behind the comments and stuff like that. It was really, really cool. So that is something I want to do. Caitlin asked, what is Caleb's occupation? He is a human resources professional. He works in HR at a company downtown, and yeah, so he like it's like an office job. Like he sits at a desk, and he is in charge of like certain parts of the company in different parts of the country, and just dealing with like what's funny actually is he deals a lot with like putting through maternity leaves and stuff like that. So he's like very familiar with those sorts of things in our area at least. Chanel says I said your name right. Yay! It's spelled very interesting, but because I like my name, everybody butchers it. Like when I go to the doctor's office and they call my name, they always say Ayla or Alia or whatever it is. And so I've like gotten used to that. Like people don't always say your name right. So I can imagine you are used to that too. Aisha says, how are you feeling about the transfer? I'm definitely excited. I feel like it's been a long time coming, so I think as soon as it actually starts to become more real, I will like start getting my nervous feelings and stuff like that. Right now I'm just kind of like, I'm ready. I'm like, okay, let's go, let's do it, I'm ready. So I am definitely excited, and I know I will be nervous. I think the thing is that this transfer feels like it's completely different. Like, we've tried both of our genetics. We've tried just my genetic and a donor, and then now we're trying just completely a donor. So it's like, it's almost like a new chance. It's like a new sense of hope, because we are essentially taking away the problem that we did have, which was my egg quality. So it's going to be, I think, the most hopeful that I think I'll ever have been. Except the first round of IVF, I was very, very hopeful, because you just assume if you pay tons of money for something, it's got to work, right? Like, why wouldn't it? If the doctors tell you, oh, you're young, it's going to work, then you assume it would. But no, that was wrong. Okay, let's see. Iona, I hope I'm saying that right. I found your videos searching for endometriosis stuff. Currently started Zoladex. How did you get on with it? I think I remember you mentioning it. Okay, so I was on Zoladex for 3 months, because it's like essentially it's like an injection, and it's like a little bead that they put under. It sounds really gross when I'm explaining it. So it lasts for 3 months, because it slowly dissolves. And that one gives you major hot flashes. I will not lie to you. And I was on it in the summer last year, so it was so bad. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night, and the fan would be on, and I would have to go sit in front of the fan. And I'd have to change my pajamas like every night, because I'd sweat through them. Like, that's so gross, but it's true. You would have major hot flashes. But that was the only thing that I had. Like, that was the only symptom. So I hope you don't get it that bad. Have you met the donors in person? No, I have not yet. We will be meeting them for the first time when we do go down there for the actual transfer. I'm hoping that we can meet them before the transfer, and then maybe get to see them again after. I don't know exactly, but I imagine we'll see them more than once. But yeah, this will be our first time. We have Skyped, and we email like every single day, and she sends us photos and stuff like that. So we do have like those ways of connecting, but it will be really, really good to actually see them. Caitlin asked, do you plan to have your baby grow up knowing their biological sibling in Chicago? Yeah, so on our end, we want to be as open as possible with the hopeful children that we'll have. And basically, it is our belief that knowledge is power, and basically that the more comfortable we all are with the scenario, the more comfortable they will be. And so if we were to hide it and keep it a secret, I'd be afraid that would, a secret. Like, if your conception is a secret, it doesn't feel very good to find that out later in life, right? And there are many studies and different things that kind of prove that that's the best way to go, is to just be open and honest. So depending on the donor family and how things go as we move on, like, obviously, like, every year things change. You might not have as much contact as you once did, but we plan on having like a scrapbook or something like that we can make with some different things, some different photos, different things from their side of the family, from the other child, and stuff like that, and just be open and honest on our end. And then obviously just letting the child have that power of knowing how they came to our family and what they want to do, when they grow up, like whether they want to go visit. And we're open to visiting even throughout their childhood. Obviously, it won't be all the time, because they live kind of far away, but we'll be definitely open to having them come here, or us going there, or whatever it might be. So yeah. Hi from Ireland. Best of luck for your transfer. Thank you. Chanel says there was a tornado near Calgary. Yes, there was. I saw the pictures and videos and stuff. It's crazy. We don't usually get many like natural disaster type things. Like, we don't really have many tornadoes or stuff like that. So when we do, everybody's like really really interested and kind of scared too, because it's a terrifying thing. But nobody got hurt, so that's good. Rachel says, if you get pregnant with the embryo transfer, would you carry on with the adoption, like traditional? So, how can I say this? Basically, there's a law that's in place, and it's that once you've had a live birth, you cannot be on the adoption wait list for 1 whole year. So once the baby turned 1, that's when you would be allowed to go back on the list. So it's just kind of like one of those things so that one couple doesn't get all the babies, basically. It's to try and like regulate it and give the list like a fair shot of actually working. And also just because you could be placed instantly when you have only a like 2-week-old, and that would just be kind of like a lot. So there is that rule in place, so we would probably just follow it. Nil in Love says, I'm doing an injection watching you at the same time. Oh no, good luck. Yeah, injections. I'm not exactly sure yet what my protocol is, and that's the frustrating thing, is I don't like being like in the dark about it. So I'm not sure if I'll have injections. Like in Canada, in Alberta specifically, we don't usually do like the progesterone and oil injections. They say that it isn't more effective than the suppositories, and so I've never done the progesterone and oil, but I know in the US a lot of people do that, so I'm interested to know if that will be me, because I'm going through a United States clinic. Like it very well might be the case, so I'm kind of nervous for that because I know that those hurt really bad. Casey asks, how much does IUI and IVF cost in Alberta, including medications? IUI is definitely way cheaper. It was like, what was it? I'm totally rounding it because it was a while ago that we did it, but with meds, I think it was like $1,200, like around $1,000, a little more each time, which I mean does add up because IUIs are less have a less success rate than IVF does, and so you might do like quite a few months of them. We only ever ended up doing 2 because then I had my surgery, and it was all just kind of like no point for us. So they're definitely cheaper, but as long as you're not doing like a whole lot of them. And then IVF is like around $12,000 Canadian. It can definitely go up with the meds. Like the meds are very dependent on you and your like body or your medical history and stuff like that. Like when my very first IVF, I was on a fairly low dosage because they thought because I'm young and everything that I wouldn't need to try and produce more eggs. And then the second time, my dose was a little bit higher because I only had 1 ovary, so we were trying to get enough eggs from that. So it does kind of depend. And I think, I think that's the basic cost. Like around $12,000 is what it cost us. BFCJ, are you guys coming to Europe at some point to meet all of us who are following from here? Hugs from Spain. You know what? I would love that. I would be so down. If I could pack my suitcase and leave tomorrow, I would do that right now. But life is not so great to you. I would love to travel. That would be so amazing. But obviously, there's like this list that we have, and there's like the priorities, and like, unfortunately, travel is like high on the priorities of like what would make us happy, but low on the priorities of what we can like afford or what makes sense for like the baby journey and stuff like that right now. So if we ever do come to Europe, we will be telling you though, for sure. Katie says, I saw your Instagram story yesterday. I'm sorry people are being ridiculous about your video yesterday with the secretive discussion. I just wanted to mention that. Well, thank you, Katie. It was just like a couple comments. I just wanted to clarify because I'm not really, like, it's a really hard position for us to be in because we want to tell you everything and we want to even have these videos for the process for ourselves. And so it's really tricky to be able to continue doing YouTube and have to deal with like the legal side of things. And without like giving too much away and getting myself in big trouble, because we have been actually warned before that we need to be more careful. So I like that was a huge monumental moment in our journey, and I really was like I wanted to share it with you guys, but it's like hard to be able to figure out how to do that and not like get ourselves in any issues. And so that's why we like kind of allude to it, because that way basically maybe on the video that went up yesterday, maybe I will put in the comments a link to the like actual legislation. I think I'll do that. I'll have to decide whether that's like okay or not. And then you guys could read that if you're interested to know why like we have to be careful with what we say. It's really frustrating, honestly, because this province is the only province in Canada that has this law. It's so dumb and it's so upsetting, and I'm gonna probably like cry about it because it's frustrating to have it like a disadvantage almost compared to the other places. And obviously the states, they don't have laws against like being public about it either. So it's really frustrating and it's caused us a lot of grief. So we're trying to like navigate through it and everything. And it's obviously like being a YouTuber makes it very tricky, but we're trying. But thank you, Katie, for saying that. I appreciate it. How much does donor eggs cost in Alberta? We had looked that up not too long ago, and we vlogged it. I think it was called like "We Were Shocked" is the vlog, but I think it was like for a good amount of eggs to get you kind of through an IVF process would be like $16,000, and like it's like all around there. Like there wasn't any options that were like much less. Like I think 10,000 was like the minimum. So that's crazy. Like that's an insane amount of money. And that's before you actually pay for IVF, like, because you still have to actually do the fertilization and the transfer and everything. So that's why that was like a very, like, something that we would have done if we could, but wow, it was kind of a big pill to swallow when we learned that. After the transfer in Chicago, are you going to stay in Chicago for 2 weeks to find out if you're pregnant or not, or are you going to fly back to Canada? So I was saying this before, that we want to stay enough time to like hopefully like I'd like to stay like I don't know, it's so hard because I'd like to stay for 2 weeks and let the whole process go in my body without going on the airplane and flying and everything, and the air pressure, whatever it is, that's like kind of an issue. I'd like to do that, but we have to get back to, Caleb has to get back to work. So I think we'll be there for like 4-ish days after the transfer and then fly back. I'm not sure though. But the nice thing is that it would be timed in the summer when preschool is all done. So I won't actually have to be going like to work. I'll be like doing some things here from home and like from my office and home, and you know, going out for like a few things, but I won't have to like go like run around with children. So it might be better this way than it has been in some of the transfers that I've had before. But my last transfer was during work. My other one, I had one in the summer though. Yeah, I don't know. I want to have like a good balance between like bed rest and like still like getting the blood flowing. So I don't know. Like I've never done an official bed rest, and I've never gotten pregnant. Well, I have, but I've never succeeded in a pregnancy. So I'm wondering if maybe I should try that, because really like it's almost at this point process of like elimination and just trying everything and seeing what's finally going to work. So I'm still figuring that out. I'm going to do some more research, but let me know what your guys' experience is with that. Like, do you think that bed rest is the best idea after a transfer? Do you think you should move around and get the blood flowing? Like, doctors have different opinions on it, and like really I just don't know. I don't even know. Erica asks, how did you tell your families/friends about your infertility initially? I don't even really remember, honestly. It feels like forever ago. I think just like when we started finding everything out, we kept it to ourselves a little bit. Close family knew. I think it was just like me calling them, crying, telling them what happened, I think. And eventually it just like becomes like just common knowledge, like everybody knows now. And which is, it like has its negatives and it has its positives. The negatives are that sometimes I feel like people treat us differently. Um, like they don't want to trigger me in a way or to like upset me or something like that. And so they might, not tell me everything that they would normally or whatever it is. But on the other end, that's kind of a positive because it means that they're trying not to hurt my feelings. They're trying to be mindful of what this whole process is like for us. And so that's helpful too. Let's see. Wit in Real Life says, I'm so excited for you guys and your transfer. Sending lots of love and baby dust. Thank you. I'm excited too. I'm ready. I'm so ready for it to happen. I just really want it to happen. I really want it to work, and I feel like at this point in our infertility journey, I'm just ready to like move on. Like it's not even so much as like being sad anymore. It's just like, hey, I'm done. I'm just ready. Like let's get on with it now. Like there's only so much one person can really take and so much you want to like deal with it. And the thing is with like infertility, it doesn't ever go away. Even if you conceive one child or you adopt one child or however one child comes to your life, if you want more, you're going to be dealing with it again. You know what I mean? Like the next time you want to have a second child, like here we go through it again. And the biggest difference is that we hope that having that child in our lives brings so much more like warmth and happiness and like love in our hearts that the wait for the next one won't be as like hard. Like it'll still be hard, but it wouldn't be the same like amount of stress it is now. Whereas now we're just like, okay, we're so over this being childless thing, and we're so over, driving by the park and seeing the kids and thinking like that's not going to be us anytime soon. And so, yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense. Sometimes I babble on and I don't know if I make any sense. Giselle says, hi from Nova Scotia. Love your videos. Hi, Giselle. Thank you. That's where Caleb is from. And then we have someone from Belgium. I have been to Belgium. When I was traveling to the Netherlands to visit my dad's side of the family, we went for just one day over to Belgium. And you better believe we had waffles. It was fun. How long maternity leave do you have in Canada? How long do you think you'll be home once that time comes? Greetings from Finland. Caleb is the one who knows all of this information because of his job and stuff. But it's a whole year that you get maternity leave. Like it's through the government, and then if your employer wants to do a top up, then that's something that's always helpful. Like Caleb's employer is really good with that sort of thing. Whereas mine, like with preschool teacher, because you work September to June, it's contract work, so you don't really get any benefits, which is really not fun. But luckily Caleb has a really good benefit package, so I can obviously benefit from that. But I think that I want to be a stay-at-home mom for a while and just kind of like be at home with the kids. And I don't know how long that'll be because it depends on how long it takes to conceive each one or adopt each one. But yeah, I hope to be at home and like still like work from home and do things from home too. But majority of my like time will be spent with them. I want to be their like primary caregiver basically. Alika says, thank you, Ayla. I never miss a vlog. I'm sending you enormous amounts of happiness in your new journey. Thank you. That's so sweet. And you told me how to pronounce your name, which is so great. Yeah, I love it when I like hear of you guys and see that you watch all the videos and stuff like that. Like it makes me so excited because I know there are definitely people that follow us that like specifically only watch videos when we're like doing IVF or when we have something like actually going on, and I totally get that because they might have an added interest in that specifically. But when we do have people that watch videos anyways, like even if it's just us at home being silly or whatever, that warms my heart too, because it means a lot to us, that you guys are interested and want to be a part of the journey. So thank you. And also because there's like, even the down days are part of the journey. You know what I mean? Like, we're not always doing injections. If we were, we would just fall on the ground and be done forever. But I just mean, like, the journey doesn't end when you have a failed transfer. It continues, and it's about the grieving process and picking yourself back up and living life in spite of infertility, and going to work and going home and being with your husband. And it's like all of that stuff is still a part of trying to conceive, because it's all like engulfed into one big thing where your emotions play a big part. And like, honestly, I think it's good to see people go through the pain, but then also to like watch them as they try to pick themselves back up. And I feel like we do that a lot. We're always like in positions where we have to pick ourselves back up. So yeah, so I hope that is something that helps you guys, or even if we're having down days, to know that you're not alone and stuff like that too. So that's our biggest like goal with this channel, I think, is to try and be relatable, in the sense that that when you watch, you're going to see things that you feel, or see things that you have in your life too, and that sort of thing. Allie says, are you guys able to find out who the egg is from within the embryo adoption, or is that closed? Would you want to know? So if you don't already know, the embryo that we are, two embryos that we are getting, they were actually used with an egg donor. So from an egg bank, brought in, and then done IVF, and then now they're being donated to us. So it's like a lot of steps. But to answer your question, we do actually have the egg donor profile. We were able to get our hands on it, and so we've seen the pictures, we've seen all the information, the letter that the donor writes out, like saying why they've done this and stuff. And I was thinking about sharing some of that stuff with you guys in a separate video. I wouldn't show like the pictures necessarily, but I would like share information of like what eye color and hair color and stuff like that the donor egg has, because I think that's interesting, and even for us for the future, because I don't know, like it's half the genetics, right? So it's like a big part of this hopefully baby that will come into our lives. So it is very important. Yeah, let us know if you would be interested in learning some of the info about the egg donor and their profile, because I think we'd be all right with sharing some of that. I think we'll obviously just won't share like what we don't want to, but we'll share the majority. Shanna says, do you know the gender of the embryo, or do they know? I'm not actually sure. I haven't asked because I don't actually want to know myself. I don't have like a reason to know. Like, if like there are people that need to know because they have maybe like a genetic thing that could be passed on to a certain gender, and they want to know that way, right? And be prepared, or that sort of thing. But we don't have like a reason to know, and so I want to be able, it sounds silly, but I want to have like a gender reveal come 20 weeks. Like, I actually do want that, because I see everybody else gets that, and I feel like, why should I not get that? I would like that too. And so I don't want to know, but I'm not sure if they know, like if the donor family knows, or if the clinic knows the gender already. I'm not actually sure about that. And I think I might ask, but like maybe make it clear that I don't want to know. Like, I'm just curious, but don't actually tell me, like, so they don't like let it slip or something, because I just want to have like some sense of normalcy in our process, because I feel like we've already given up so many of those like fun things that people get to do, if that makes sense. And I know not everybody does like a gender reveal necessarily, but doing YouTube and having like videos out there, like that would be a really fun video to have, and so we hope to do that. How many embryos are you adopting? So there are 2 embryos. So we are transferring both at the same time. So it's just kind of like a one-shot kind of thing. Like, I've never transferred less than 2. I've had a transfer of 2, and a transfer of 3. So it sort of just wouldn't make sense for us to do one and then because then you'd have to go to Chicago, do one, and if it didn't work, you'd have to come back. So it's like I don't know. It just makes more sense for us to do both at the same time. The couples who try for more than 3 years in the UK, IVF is free from the NHS. Thank God, but it is very long waiting list. Yeah, so I don't know a lot about that whole system, but I do. Um, I hear about it a little bit in the comments, and that sounds good. But obviously, yeah, if you have it open, if it's free, it means that there's going to be more people, right? Because with the high cost of IVF here, there's less people that can do it, which isn't very unfortunate, but it does mean that the wait list might not be as long. So it's kind of one of those things where there's like a positive and a negative for each. So yeah, so hopefully if you have to do it, you won't have to wait too long. Um, okay, I'm gonna try and say this name. Huvian Anna Rose Tyler. Let me know if that was right. Hi, it's my first live YouTube video. Are you guys planning to make more videos a week when you get pregnant? Would be really cool. Love from Jeremy. Yeah, actually, I think so because I think there will be like a lot more going on and stuff. Obviously, depending on how tired I would be and everything, but I would love to do more videos. And I think when we have a baby and when we have the family, I think we would actually go to daily vlogs. I'm not promising when, and like maybe it would be earlier when we are like pregnant, like third trimester or something like that, maybe. But I think daily vlogs would be great, especially with like the baby because they grow so much and like so quickly, and I would just love to have like a keepsake of their day every day, like it, obviously give or take whether we're feeling up to it, but I think that would be really cool. So hopefully you guys would like that. I know that's so far in the future because obviously I still have to get pregnant and everything, but I think that would be really fun to have for us and to have for you guys because you guys have like been through this journey with us, and then you get to see like the actual baby and then like all the milestones, and oh my god, I'm gonna die. I love it. I'm so excited. I really, 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 really hope that that can be like a reality. Um, Ayla, I've had a transfer on 16th of May, and we are happy to say that this frozen transfer was successful. Woohoo! And I'm now pregnant. I did have 2 days of bed rest, so for us it was positive. Okay, that's really good to know. Thank you for telling me that. 2 days of bed rest. I think as soon as the transfer happens, because we'll be staying with friends, I'll have Caleb, I'll have our friend Allison and River. I'll have 3 people around that have offered to like help out and stuff. So I think it'll be easier to do bed rest because I'll have help. But at the same time, like I'm not in my own house, so there will be that too. Like obviously, you're not in your own bed and whatever. But they're super accommodating, super sweet, and I think that they'll help me out a lot and something I really really appreciate. But yeah, I'm happy to hear that. I think I'll be doing bed rest at least for like the the day of and maybe the day after, and like we'll see how long I can, and I'm probably even gonna ask the doctor like what their suggestions are. And I ate a lot of pineapple and pineapple hearts. I heard something about it help with implantation. Yes, classic pineapple. You know what's cute? Actually, I've seen like jewelry with pineapple and shirts with pineapples on it. Like there was this really pretty gold necklace, and it was like a gold pineapple. And obviously, it's because pineapples are related to like IVF, related to infertility. So it's like kind of a symbol, and it's like kind of empowering. I thought that was really cool. So I need to find that and get it because I love that. But I will probably be doing pineapple again because the very first time I actually did the pineapple and actually like committed to it was the time that I did get pregnant. Of course, it didn't last, but I think maybe that has an impact and it's worth a try. That's the time I had McDonald's French fries too, so you better believe I'll be doing that again. Simple things. Hello from Ottawa, Ayla. Love you so much. Thank you. I love you too. Love Ottawa too. Want to go back. Joanna. Hi, Joanna. How are you doing, Joanna? I'm excited that maybe we'll get to see you when we're in Chicago, hopefully. We'll have to talk about that and figure out, once we figure out the days and tell you about it. Haley says, what are your views on keeping a transfer a secret? For our last transfer, everyone knew it was happening. We are not sure who we should tell this time. That's definitely like a mixed emotion question because obviously we're very open. The one thing I will say is that like having people know when, like exactly when you are having your transfer is kind of stressful because of the fact that they know like around when you'd be finding out. They know like around 2 weeks after that you'll be getting your either positive or negative. And so if like they're asking you, you know, have you found out yet? Or if they're like, you know, if they're kind of like doing that, that might be kind of stressful because you are trying to like stay zen and calm and stuff. Or even, yeah, so like with us, with like our last transfer, we did get some like tweets and stuff about people saying they're really excited to know, and we love seeing that, but at the same time it was like, I'm nervous too. And so that's one thing. But on the other end, like on the day of your transfer, if you have people like behind you sending you good luck and good vibes, that's really good too. And that's something that I really appreciate is like, you know, like even through social media or even just like something very simple like a text saying good luck today, like that means a lot. So you have to kind of just decide like what like the pros and cons and like which one outweighs for you, because there are definitely like positives and negatives to both, I think. But yeah, I hope your transfer goes well nonetheless. I'll send you good vibes now. Hi, Ayla, watching from England, from Holly. Hello, Holly. Abby says, obviously don't feel obligated because your health is the priority, but if you do a meetup in Chicago, Hubby and I will totally be there and love to meet you. We wish you the very best. Yay! Yay! We have one confirmed. That's so exciting. I just need one, and then I don't feel so nervous about like going and then nobody's showing up. But you know, it's okay. But that's exciting. I think what we would do is I would totally try to do the meetup before the transfer so that I don't have to like be concerned about like moving around and stuff like that. And that way it's like more like relaxed and everything. And then it'd be cool to like meet you guys and like have like the good luck vibes going through it for the transfer. So yeah. Cam says I have Turner syndrome, and that means it's a big possibility that my ovaries are premature. I find out June 22nd. Sending love to you guys. That's soon. It'll be good to know though, right, Cam? Like I think that being in like having the knowledge of what's going on in your own body is one of the most important things for a person, especially a woman. Because like for me, when we were dealing with infertility and not knowing why, it drove me up the wall. Like we obviously knew it was part male factor infertility, but it just didn't make sense. Like why? Like we're so young and like all these things didn't make sense. And then when I found out I had endometriosis, like obviously that was a huge blow and really, really difficult to come to terms with. But it also meant that I could like finally understand and finally like have a reason, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think knowledge is power, especially for women. Abby is doing her first IVF sometime in this July. So nervous. Well, that's nervous and excited, right? Like it's kind of a very mixed emotion thing. Like I can't even describe the feelings you have when you're doing something that big because it is a big deal. IVF is a very big deal. But I'm wishing you the best of luck. I hope it works. Really do. Zoe says, I'm not usually home to catch your live streams, but want to say hi and that I'm rooting for your upcoming transfer. In NS, like Nova Scotia, but I did live in Lethbridge and love your scenic video shots. Thank you. We love doing that. It's so much fun. We love putting together footage and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. and we are practicing. The only thing is like our camera is sort of limited because it is a small sensor and everything. So we like have a dream camera and dream setup that we want, and we keep like starting to think about saving for it, and then something else comes up. So it's just like being an adult, right? Like you can never really have what you actually want in life. You have to like focus on bills and stuff like that first. So it's kind of sad, but I think one day we'll be able to get there, and hopefully that will be a lot of fun, because I feel like we don't often like get to do things or spend money on things that we actually like want. It's just about like what we have to do. So it'd be nice to one day eventually be in a place where you can just like, if you really want that t-shirt, you can buy it, you know what I mean? One day. I love that some of you guys are encouraging each other in the comments. I really appreciate that. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you had twins? Yes, it would. It would be crazy. Like, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I think it would be easy or anything like that. I'm sure it would be really hard, but it would also be awesome. It would be very, 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 very awesome. I think because of every time we've transferred, we've done 2 embryos or more. We've always like understood the possibility of having twins and stuff like that. So it was always like in our mind, and we were always like excited about that. So if we did have twins, we would be I'm totally on board for sure. Emily says, sorry Ayla, I need to go sleep now. It's after 3 a.m. now. I just dropped my phone on my face while watching you. That's always my sign. That's absolutely time for sleep. I love that. That is so funny. I do that too. Well, good night, Emily. Thank you for tuning in. The embryos that are frozen at the moment, are they 3 or 5 day old blasts? I will sit down and give you like a bit more of a rundown of the information of the embryos in a video soon. I have like some information piled up already, and I need to just find out more. So I want to do it like all together. Cora Bleu says, my clinic told me to just rest a little extra day of transfer, but no bed rest allowed. Got a long lecture about it, and to resume work the next day. See, it's interesting, like, the differences, hey? Like, yeah. I've been told before to just go about normal activity. Don't, like, exert yourself, but also, like, make sure that you're still getting the blood moving and stuff. And then I've also read, like, to just literally lay in bed and then like every few hours get up and like do a lap around the room, then sit down kind of thing. So I don't even know. It's so difficult when there's like different opinions on the thing, because like how are you supposed to know which one's right? I don't know. Pepper says, I was wondering, is this embryo transfer the last attempt for you guys on getting pregnant? So I don't think it's the last ever in life, but I think it's the last for now. I think that it's exhausting and it's really hard on our emotions. And I think that if this embryo transfer does not work, which we obviously hope it will, that I think we'll move on to other things for now. And, you know, like I never want to say anything for sure because like it could change, but that's like how I feel currently. Bye, Julianne. Kayla says, do you and Caleb have names in mind? I'm 19 weeks now, and me and my hubby had our boy-girl names picked out. Yes, we do. We actually have had names picked out for a very, very long time. We like aren't like 100% sure on like the middle names necessarily, but we do have names that we really like. The only thing is like the stress of having these names that you like and like waiting and hoping that nobody else uses them that's like close to you, or hoping that they don't become like the most popular names that have ever existed. And I'm pretty sure some of them are getting to that point, but I don't know. I still love them, and I feel like Just because my journey has taken so long doesn't mean I shouldn't get to use them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. Like, I might get pregnant or might have the baby and decide that that name doesn't fit them. Like, who knows? But there are definitely names that we are like really in love with. Um, Ayla, a good friend of mine has stage 4 endo. She miscarried once and had a failed cycle once. She just did a transfer in May and tried intralipids and got her BFP. Have you ever spoken to Ari about NKC? So, the thing is, like, with our clinic here, like, they don't really do much extra stuff, honestly. Like, you, they have to really believe that you need it before they do it. And so that's really frustrating. And I don't know. So I don't know a lot about all of those like things like that. I know I did talk to him about a few things, and he was all like, "No, I don't think you need it." So I don't know. I think when I come to this other doctor, I'm going to just kind of ask like, what can we do to make this work? Like, what's your thoughts? And kind of go from there. But yeah, I just don't know. I'll have to research it though some more. Caitlin says, after our successful transfer, I was convinced it didn't work because I had no symptoms until about day 12 when I started burping. But that was it. That's an interesting symptom. So don't be discouraged if you experience the same. Yeah, I try my best not to symptom watch. It's so hard. Like, honestly, you think that everything is a symptom, everything you experience, and even then you're still not satisfied. You think you should have more. But the last transfer that I did, I was very like peaceful. Like, I wasn't too stressed out about anything. I just was kind of like, nah, we'll just go about our day and not think about it. And that's the one that actually worked. So I feel like I'm gonna try my best to mimic that and do that again and just kind of be as like calm as I can. Obviously, that's way easier said than done. And I've had many times where I've had like flat out like anxiety attacks because I'm so nervous about whether it's going to be positive or negative or like all that stuff. So it's kind of crazy, and I don't know. You'll see in the vlogs like what I'm going to be like, because who knows? It could be a whole other story when it comes down to it. Witten realizes we have names picked too, and I have the same worry about them being used by family and close friends. Heck yes, girl. Heck yes. So I'll tell you a little story. I haven't really talked about it because I like don't want to. I don't know how it like looks or seems, but I have someone close to me who is pregnant now, and she found out that she's having a boy, and it was like a difficult. It was hard for me to deal with my emotions at first, but like now I'm really excited for her, and like I'm really looking forward to like the baby and like being a part of his life and everything. But when we like met up one day and she was telling me that she has a boy name that she likes, and and she was like telling me in this way, and I was like, I almost like started bawling my eyes out because I had a bad feeling it was my name. And it was, and it was, you guys, and it was so stressful, and we just had to talk about it, and I just told her like I really love that name, and she was really good about it, and she said, like, I know that this is something that you've held on to for a long time, so like I'm gonna find another name or whatever. And like, it's a hard situation because I never want to be like that person, but at the same time, like, that it would like totally break my heart at the same time. And it would have been different if like we had just started trying to conceive and it was a name I liked or something, but this was like the name that I've had for 4 years, so it was kind of like, oh my gosh. But anyways, she's been so helpful, and I'm like looking for names for her, and like I think I found one that her and her husband like, and so maybe they're interested in that one, which is really exciting. And then I was like, oh wait, I like that one too, but no, they can have it. So it's really hard, like the whole having a name that you like and like hoping nobody else uses it, but then also trying not to be like a meanie and take it for yourself is really hard. So I don't have any advice on it at all because I suck at it. Shannon says, I'm not sure whether to start with IUI or go straight to IVF. What would you recommend? I have PCOS. I can only talk from my own experience. I kind of regret my IUIs. And that's just because I felt like there wasn't really a chance of them working because of how my body is and everything. But I wouldn't have known that when I started. We used donor sperm and we only knew that we had male factor. We didn't think anything was going on with me. So it made logical sense. Like it really did. And then that's when I had like my surgery and found out I had endometriosis. So then everything was like, why do we do that? But I feel like you just have to go through things in order to learn because like you really, like a lot of the time you don't actually know. So I think it depends on everything. Like with IUIs, you time your ovulation. So like you do ovulation predictor kits and then you like go in on the day after you're like get the smiley face or whatever. And so if you feel like that could work, like you could actually find your ovulation day and you could actually do that, then IUI is a good start. But if with PCOS you have a hard time finding your ovulation or you don't ovulate regularly or it's kind of like crazy and you're trying to like time the meds and everything, like that might be hard. So I don't know. I can't like recommend anything for you, but I think you should definitely like think about IUI first because obviously it's way cheaper and easier. And then if it makes sense, go with it. But if it like doesn't seem to add up, then maybe it would be better to go straight to IVF. But like it totally just depends on your body. And again, like doing the IUI first is almost like a stepping stone. It's like if the IUI doesn't work, then it's like, okay, I understand now that my body might need a little more help than that. And sometimes you need to like go through those steps, if that makes sense. But when we very first did IVF, we did IVF first because our doctor told us with our male factor that IUI was just like no point because it just wouldn't even help. It wouldn't make a difference. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, have you done, I'm going to say this wrong, coagulation testing before this transfer? Our transfer went great, made it to 8 weeks and miscarried, then found out I have a clotting disorder. Recommend for peace of mind. Huh, interesting. It's so hard with these things because like where I am right now, like my doctor's in Chicago, so I don't actually see them and like I talk to them not very often. And so I'm not getting like the chance to actually like figure out like a plan. And I feel kind of frustrated with that because I'm just kind of like waiting to see what they're going to tell me. And I don't ever like not having a say in that sort of thing. So like as soon as we're starting to talk about transfer times and stuff, I think I'll bring up like that sort of thing. Like, is there any other tests that you think I should do? Like, what can I do to make sure that everything's going smoothly and stuff like that? But thank you for telling me about that. I should write all these things down and like definitely do a big Google sesh. Wit in Real Life says, oh, that's sweet of your friend. I'm glad she was so understanding, and I know you'll be able to use your name soon. Yes, I was glad too. I was very glad. I'm hoping that she's like that she's going to find a name that just like really suits like her child and her family, right? And that it'll just be like that's the name for her, and there will be no like trouble with that. And I know there will be, and I'm hoping that the one that they're liking right now is something that they will like forever. So we will see. Okay. But yeah, I think no matter what, this baby's going to be so cute, and I'm just going to love snuggling. So I'm really excited. Okay. I'm just trying to like look around at making sure everything's looking good and stuff. Health is good. Is the quality like doing well? Remember our very first live stream, we had trouble with the quality, but I think it's pretty good. It says stream status good, so I think it's good. Yeah. Okay. So, are there any other questions or anything? Maybe you want to see Ellie girl again? She's looking at me, so I'll get her. Here she is. Say hello. Say hello to your friends. She's so cute. So I've decided, because we haven't had like photos taken, like a photo shoot since our wedding. And I was like looking around my house and like there's no photos of us anywhere. And I really wanted to get some more. So I've decided that on our anniversary that's coming up, actually in 1 week, we're going to be married for 4 years. That's crazy. In 1 week, we're going to do like a photo shoot session. Oh, big yawn. And so I'm really excited for that. And I'm thinking I'm going to like bring Ellie for a small portion of it and maybe see if like my sister or somebody wants to come like pick her up. So that then we can like finish the photo shoot with just me and Caleb. But I feel like I want her in there too because like look at his face. How do you not want that framed on your wall? How? Although I feel like I should trim up your top of your head because it's a little crazy. It's getting a little crazy, girl. So yeah, I just thought I would share little Jeannie again. Hello, guys. I'm sorry. I will put you down. That was not very nice. But yeah, I'm excited for the photos. I feel like we haven't had any in so long, and I just want to get like just like some like a nice photo, and like to even have like on our page on YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. Like I just feel like we need an updated one because they're usually like so far in between that we actually have of us because we don't have anybody else to take the picture unless you have like the tripod and you just run. Let me see. Quality is great. That's awesome. I'm glad. Yes, Ellie again, please. Such a cutie. So Ellie is a cockapoo. She's a Cocker Spaniel mixed with a poodle, and she's a toy cockapoo. Like generally they are bigger, and when we got her, we didn't really know how big she would grow. She just like stopped growing. We're like, okay, well, we'll have a little tiny dog then. But she's perfect. She fits like perfectly in our family. She's so good. She is a character though. Anytime like a noise happens, or if we're watching TV and a doorbell rings in the TV, she freaks out. She's barking her little head off and everything. So it's so funny. But she's a really good dog. Like she's pretty smart. Like she's not like the most genius of dogs, but she's pretty smart. She does a good job of like letting us know if she needs to go to the bathroom, or like with her water dish and everything, if it's empty and she really wants some water, she'll literally like drag her water dish out towards us. Like, hey mom, I'm ready. And it's so funny. And the first time she did that, I almost died. I was like, this is the smartest dog in the world. And I was like so bragging about her, but I feel like, yeah, it's like a good tool for her to have to like let us know. You never get enough of baby Ellie. Really? I'm glad you say that because sometimes I like get nervous that I'm like my vlogs are too much of my dog. You know what I mean? Or like when we have a baby, like the vlogs will be too much of the baby, but you probably can't have too much of a good thing, right? Probably. Quality is flawless. You did a great job, and thanks for showing your sweet puppy again. She's so cute. Thank you. I'm glad. Actually, I will be honest, okay? Caleb, before he left today, I got him to set everything up so that I just had to press a couple buttons. So really, Caleb did it, but I got it started and didn't like delete it, so that's good. She's such a model. You should get her in the photos. I should. You are right. I should definitely. Um, yeah, I think that we should take like a few family photos, and then I'll give her to my sister or somebody so that she's not just like tied to a tree whining, because she'll be like, why am I not in the photos? Like, what is going on? So I'll probably do that. Thanks for replying on my comment. I was also wondering how many children you and Caleb would ideally like to have. I think we're with like 3, and then like if things aren't too hectic, maybe 4. Like depending on when you have the third, if you're like pulling your hair out because it's too crazy, then maybe we wouldn't go for a 4th. But I feel like maybe 3 or 4. Greetings from Latvia. Wow, so cool. With the pineapple trick, I kept eating pineapples all day after my transfer and was always negative. Then I found out I was allergic to pineapples, so make sure you have no allergies. Wow, that's so interesting. That would definitely not help, would it? I don't think I'm allergic to anything. I don't have any allergies actually, so I think I'm okay. How old is Ellie? My Gracie will be 7 years in August. She just turned 4. April 25th. She just turned 4. So she was born, and then you know how like you leave, the puppy stays with the mom for like 6 weeks, and then we like picked her up right after our wedding, like the week after we went on a little road trip to Edmonton and picked her up there and brought her back. Amy says, could you also maybe do a video on baby names you like but may or may not use? Those videos are really popular and it'd be fun to see the names you and Caleb like. We actually did do one of those. We have a 10 baby names we love and may use video already that we filmed like many months ago. So we could do like a part 2. Would you guys want a part 2? If we like thought of 10 new names that we really like, we could do that. Yeah. But if you just search 10 baby names on our channel, or Ayla and Caleb 10 baby names, it would probably come up for you. Abby says it totally counts that I was able to start the live stream. Wit in real life, I'm excited for your family photos. It's such a great anniversary idea. I'm going to use it for our anniversary in August. Yes, it is. I thought it was a good idea, because it's kind of like when you take photos, you kind of have to like act romantic, you know what I mean? Like you gotta like look into each other's eyes, you gotta hug each other and like do things to make a good photo. So I feel like that's a nice thing to do on your anniversary, is to like be in love, acting in love. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm excited. And then to like get to see them when they're done will be another fun thing. The only thing is like we have to wait for the photos to come back, but I'm sure it will be okay. I'm sure we won't have to wait too long. Muriel, how many bedrooms is your house if you want 4 children? Yeah. Well, we definitely wouldn't be able to live here forever. That is for sure. We only have 2 bedrooms, so our bedroom and then another one. And so our kind of like life plan would be that we would maybe live here. We'd obviously live here with the first child, and then maybe like for the first part of the second child's life, like when they're mostly sleeping with us in our room and that sort of thing. And then we would probably have to move out because it would definitely get a little too cramped. And then, yeah, so I don't know. That's like, who knows how long down the road that is. That could be like 2 years, that could be 3 or 4. I'm not really sure, but we would definitely probably have to move. Okay, yeah, that'd be great. And yes, thanks, I'll definitely be watching that video. Yes, if you're interested in some of those. Although, you know what's funny is now I look back on that and I'm like, we kind of gave away some names that I feel like we should have kept secret because I actually really like them. So you'll be seeing like some names that we actually genuinely really might use in the future. So yeah, oh well, what's done is done. I actually found your channel through the baby name video. Greetings from Germany. That's awesome. I love hearing how you guys found us. Like, was it through like an IVF video? Like, I love hearing that because it's good to know like what videos are like attracting viewers, or what content is like content that people want to see or like to see, and like what made them stay. Like, will you guys tell me that? Like, when you first found us, like what made you like stay and become a subscriber? Like, what made you hit that button? Like, was it Caleb's great amazing jokes, or was it Ellie? Like, what was it that like made you want to stay? Let me know, because I love to hear that. It's really good as like a YouTuber to get to know your audience and like what they like, and to try and like make sure that you're in tune with that kind of thing, you know? Let me know. I think there's like a delay, so it takes like a couple of minutes for like my message to get to you guys. But yeah, it's been a fun live stream so far. I'm glad it's worked out without Caleb. Although he does add something good to the live stream. I love that guy. He's a great guy. Alexander says, I'm pregnant at the moment. I have no idea of a name for the baby. There's so many good ones. Oh, yes. It's such a big decision. Like, honestly, you have to make sure that this name, like, you can say that name 85 million times a day without like hating it. Because really, like, once you have a toddler, you're probably saying that name all day long, right? So you want to make sure that it's something that you like, or that works well with your family. Especially like, I feel like once you've have a couple children, you want like the names to all work together, kind of. Like, you don't necessarily want to have like Bob and Jim and then like something super unique, because it kind of like doesn't fit. But I don't know. That's just me, I guess. I feel like I'll have not a theme. Like, I'm not one to necessarily want like a theme, like where they all start with the same letter or something like that. I don't think we'll do that. I think each child will have like their own original name, sort of thing. But I'm just like, I get nervous that I'm like, that the names that I like now, when we finally do have a baby, that I will either be like kind of bored of them, or like I don't know. I'm just like nervous about that. And especially now that we've had that thing with my someone close to me, where I've like been like, no, I really want that name. Now I'm like, I have to use it, because I couldn't have like, said that and then not use it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay. Let me check on everything. I don't know where it says certain things. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, we've been going for an hour and 17 minutes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Sorry, whenever I click, I feel like it's really loud for you guys, so I'm really sorry. I'm trying not to click too much. Okay, yay, some comments are coming in about where you found us. That's so exciting. I love that. Okay. I found you with the IVF videos. We did IVM and was very afraid of the whole journey, and was looking into it on YouTube and came across you guys. Sub button was clicked very fast. Yay! Thank you so much. I think IVF videos was definitely like, is something that people search, like, because again, you're nervous, you don't know what to expect, so you want to see somebody else's experience to kind of get like a feel for what you might go through. So I think that's something that's very important. Even when before we did IVF, I looked on YouTube for IVF videos. I looked on, like, Googled IVF like tips and stuff like that. I did all that sort of thing. So I think that's like a really good way of like getting like a sense of what's going to happen, like what you're about to go through, basically. Abby says, I've been here since almost the beginning. Your video was suggested to me by YouTube. Both of your sweet personalities and honesty as opposed to fake perfection are what I liked best. Well, that's good because we definitely are not perfect at all. We definitely have flaws, and that's what's relatable though, right? Like I watch some YouTubers and I've had to kind of take a step back because I'm just kind of not interested anymore because it's more so about like what they're buying today or what they're like what crazy fun thing, and like I like that and I like watching that, but like only like so much. Like you still want some like realness like going on. So for us, like I know I make it a point with our channel to always try and be as like normal as possible. And so even if like there was ever a day that we were big, I don't know what big really means, but if there was ever a day that came, I would always still like really try to make a point to always be as normal and real as possible. And like that's something I like will always do. Whew, the mouthful. Mm. Wait, in real life, I found you guys through a live pregnancy test, and then you guys were doing IVF. I stayed and watched all your videos, even went back to the very beginning and watched all your videos. Did you? You guys are just so cute and real, and that's what I love. Thank you. Did you watch all of them? That's awesome. I've done that to people, to YouTubers before, because it's like it gives you like a good sense of the story. You know what I mean? And like you feel like you're growing with them and stuff. It's really cool. YouTube actually, like, it's like entertainment, but it's like reality TV. Like, do you remember when we used to watch reality TV, like on, what was it, MTV and stuff? They'd have those horrible shows. But it was like, it's like that, but it's real and like more relatable and just like real life. Amy says, I love watching your videos because you and Caleb are such lovely, genuine people. I really hope and wish that this time you both get your forever baby or babies very soon. Thank you so much. That's really sweet and kind of you to say. That means a lot to us. Definitely does. I found you in pregnancy test reaction. I'm glad I found you guys. Love watching your videos. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, that one, like the most recent one was so like I like think it's funny. Like my reaction I thought was kind of funny. Like I actually laughed. It's kind of sad looking back on it now because of how like happy we were and how sad we were not very long after. But I feel like I don't know, like the one part where I was like, we have to tell everybody. Like I just laughed thinking about that because that's so like how I am. Is I just had I knew all along this whole journey that I was gonna react like crazy, and I told Caleb I was like, you gotta be ready because I have a feeling I'm gonna just go off the walls, and sure enough, I totally did. Found you through your IVF videos and subscribed because I love your positivity and determination to become parents, as well as your fun sense of humor. We had our now 4-year-old son through IVF. It's from Kate. Kate's Place 77. Awesome. That's so cool. I like hearing like of people that have done IVF and like now like life is going on. Like, you know, life is normal again. Like that's really cool. I like that. And thank you. We try our best to be positive, and I think like there's like a good, like we try to have a good balance, like being positive but not like pretending to be positive, you know what I mean? Like being positive when we actually feel that way and not like putting it on just for the video, because that's not really helpful, I don't think. Exactly, it's unattractive with the flaunting of some YouTubers despite how nice they may be. Yeah, like I totally understand if you are successful and you know you're like making money, like to want to like indulge and like buy nice things because like now you finally get to. And I wouldn't not be like that, but I think I think it's important to just like stay true to yourself like as much as you possibly can, and just like make sure that that's what is your video is about. Like your video is about you and not like your things, if that makes sense, because that's why people clicked subscribe in the first place. They didn't click subscribe because of everything else. They wanted to know you, and so I like think it's important to keep showing that. Yes, I really did. I want to know your whole story from the beginning. Yeah, and I wish like I almost wish we started vlogging sooner because I feel like it would be so fun to even like look back further. But like we already have 2 whole years of videos, so it is like a definite like good chunk of stuff and chunk of time. And like I'm glad that we have videos before we have kids too because we get to see like we'll get to look back and like see what our little family was like before all the like crazy rambunctiousness of our house. It'll be cool to like look back and see that. And so I think that'll be fun. But and then also just to be like already ready and know how to work the camera and do everything by the time we have kids. Because if we had just started the YouTube channel when like the baby was born, for example, that footage would be like because our very beginning vlogs were like bad quality and stuff. Like, not that it's a big deal, but it's nice to know that now we have improved that sort of thing, so we can have like really like nicer footage of those important like special moments, not just like a shaky camera. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Oh, someone, will you guys get a new house if you get pregnant? And very hope you do. And she's a pregnant emoji. I can't wait to use that thing. I love it. We won't get it. I don't think we'll get a new house yet. I think it would be like a little ways down the road once we feel like we need more space. But for now, I think we're okay. And like, yeah, you never know like where you're gonna be. But we do have like a mortgage on the house, and so um, we'll either stay the whole time, or if we like had something that we needed to leave, then we'd just break the mortgage or whatever it be. But yeah. Okay, we had to have IVF due to my endo, so I kind of see things from your point of view, although I was in my mid late 20s, although I'd always had problems. So, like, because this is something in IVF and everything was in your past, do you like to watch because it's like something that you can relate to because you remember how it was? Or like, do you watch, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like even in the future, I would still be interested to watch other people's infertility journeys because I feel like it always like sticks with you and is always a part of your life and your story and stuff. And like, um, you're still always interested in how that is for other people and whether your feelings and emotions are like aligned, like whether they're going through something that you remember going through, that sort of thing. So I think I'll probably always like watch stuff like that or read books about it or articles like even way down the road probably. Heck, we might even like just continue to be like advocates for it in whatever way we can. Like it'd be really cool to, one day like be a part of like a conference or something like that, to be able to like share our experiences in other ways too would be cool. Abby says, my husband and I have been wanting to start vlogging, but are not sure how to begin. Any tips? It's actually pretty nerve-wracking. Yeah, it is actually. One of the best things about like, this is gonna sound funny, but because when you first start, you don't really have any viewers yet, obviously, because like nobody knows that you're there or where to find you or whatever. You have to like build it up as you go. And so that is kind of helpful because you can like upload your first couple videos and you know that like it's not like a bajillion people are watching you and like thinking, oh, what noobs, you can just kind of practice. And then if you like go back and you're like, oh, I don't like that video, you can easily make it private or delete it or whatever. So it gives you like some like leeway of like trying to figure it all out first. But then also the best thing about YouTube is like literally you can learn from YouTube. You can watch other people do it. You can watch tutorials on how to like edit, how to properly import footage, how to like what vlog cameras are the best to use and stuff like that. So you literally are using the same platform that you're doing to learn about this platform. So it's been really cool. I can't tell you how many times we watch a YouTube video like to learn about how to do YouTube. Like it like goes full circle basically. But any tips? I think just like just do it. Like, you can't overthink it too much. Like, do something that you know you can do right now. Like a get to know me video. That's like a simple concept. Like, find a few questions online or some questions that you think of, and just sit there and answer like each one. Like, how old am I? Where was I born? Where do we live? Like that sort of thing. And that's just like a good solid first video to have people come to your channel and get to like have a sense of who you are. And it's easy because you know those answers, right? So you already know what to say. And then you can then do another like video that's more structured, so you don't feel like you're just not knowing what to say, like a 10 baby names video or something like that to get you comfortable. And then really it's just about like walking around your house holding a camera and just like capturing things that are going on. And when you edit, if you really didn't like how that turned out, like you don't have to put it in, and that sort of thing. So you have some more like control that way. Okay, so there was a question earlier that I skipped over just because we were on one topic, so I want to go back to it. And it's from Jansen. It says, total change of subject, but what vlogging channels do you watch regularly? And we watch, I feel like we have like quite a few subscriptions. Let's see if I can like pull some up. We watch some of our like friends that we have met through Vlogger Fair, and that's like Got Love and Cult Fiction and River and Allison, Riv and Al. And then there's like some of the bigger ones, like the more known ones like Ellie and Jared we watch. I haven't been watching like as like much as I used to, but we do watch them, like Okay Baby, Aspen and Parker, Jess and Gabriel, and who else? We watch Phil and Alex and talk to them from time to time too. They're really sweet. And Brittany and Baby. I'm trying to like scroll through so I can give you a sense. We watch Derek and Liza a little bit, some time to time, like to keep up with their adoption journey. Casey Neistat, who doesn't know, right? And what else? We like the Michelaks. They do some really artsy videos. They post once a week on Sunday, and it's like a long video, but it's like a TV show because it's like half an hour usually, but it's really like nice. It's really well put together. Beautiful stuff. And Lost LeBlanc we watch. He's Canadian, but he's like a travel vlogger. So if you like to see like pretty views and places, then that's a good one to watch. It's really like beautiful. J House Vlogs has the cutest kids. I swear they seem like the most respectable children I've ever seen. Colin and Katie. Colin is really, like, we met him and he's really funny and like really nice. He actually follows us on Twitter, funny story, which is cool. Yeah, KK and Baby J sometimes. And another IVF YouTuber would be Tim and Celeste. Peter McKinnon has some really good like tutorials for cameras and stuff like that, if that's something you're interested in. And other stuff, but I feel like that's a lot of ones that I just said, so I think that's a lot. Do you watch any of the same ones as us, or do you have any that you really, really love? Like, yeah. I watch more YouTube than I do TV, honestly. Like, usually I watch more YouTube videos than anything, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Thanks, I didn't even think to YouTube how to YouTube. I love that idea for a first video from Abby. Yes, you can. And there's so many tutorials, like it's endless. Like there's so much content on there that like teaches you about YouTube, about like everything, like that you can find anything on there, which is really, really helpful. That's how I basically taught myself to edit everything, like basically everything was through YouTube. Okay, so I have my vlog camera and I'm gonna vlog for a second, and if you guys want to say hi on the vlog, you can say hey now and I'll add it in at the end of the video so we can have everybody's heys and highs, and say like where you're from too if you want. You can say hey Sweden. And I'll just like wait for it to catch up. But this Gathered Nest is a nice channel I found a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, she's doing embryo adoption too. She's pregnant actually with twins. We watch her sometimes. Ellie and Jerry, Colin and Katie. Yeah, a couple people. Tim and Celeste, IVF Mama Vlogs. Yeah, we've done a collab with IVF Mama Vlogs before, kind of a long time ago. It was like a 2-week wait, how to survive the 2-week wait, which was awesome. I watched Tim and Celeste, IVF Mama, and you guys. Well, thank you. Thanks for grouping us in there. Okay, yes, everybody's saying hi. Okay, I'll wait for it to catch up and then we'll film it. The live stream is like delayed a little bit, so I'm just waiting. Okay, we have a few people who said hi. Okay, here we go. If I can get in there close enough, let me just move it up. All right, everybody say hi. Look at all of the people. We've got Canada, Utah, Massachusetts. Did I even say that right? Denmark, Toronto, Netherlands, Germany, Michigan. Very cool. Woohoo! All right. Thank you guys. Awesome. Now you can find yourself in the vlog at the end, probably at the end slate. I realized I haven't filmed yet today, and I don't know if Caleb's gonna film, so hopefully he doesn't like stay out too late and he'll get home soon, and then we can vlog together, because I always like that when we're together, better than when I'm alone. I'll put a little bit more in here. All right. Jansen says, Carissa and Brian, we actually have seen a couple of their videos pop around too. And yeah, we saw that they did IVF and then their whole story. So we'll have to like look at them a little bit more, but thanks for suggesting that. Okay guys, I think that that will be it for the live stream, because we've been going for an hour and 38 minutes. Wow, that's pretty awesome though. If you have stuck with us for the whole time, you deserve a big thumbs up. And if you're just joining partway through, like, thank you so much for coming along. And I had a lot of fun answering your guys' questions, and I hope that I was able to get through like most of them and give you guys a good like idea of all the all the stuff that's going on with us and everything, because you know it's like when we're doing the vlogs, like we don't get to like specifically reply to you as much as we would like, so this is like a nice way. So thank you guys for watching. And yeah, because it's delayed, I don't know if you know that I'm going. I don't want to click out before you know. I'll just type it in the chat. Bye, everyone. Love you all. There. Yes. Now I gotta go make some lunch because I am hungry. Should I get Ellie to say goodbye? She every time I come up, she like looks up. She's like, "Oh, look." Come here, sweetness. Come here, sweetie. Okay. Bye, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for asking questions and being so awesome and sweet, and like all your comments and everything is so nice. So thank you so much. You ready to go get some treats? Maybe we should go on a walk today. Would that be something that you like? Looks a little cloudy, but maybe we could go on a walk. Oh yeah. Okay, bye guys. Now let's see if I can end this properly. Let's see.